Hello, BookTube. Today I'm going to do the Get to Know Me tag. This tag was created by Plots and Points, and I was tagged by Steve Donahue. So the first question is, what do you want to tell us about yourself? Well, a lot of what I talk about myself has already come out in my channels through what I read. I'm a native Vermonter. I've lived most of my life in northern New England, a lot between here and Maine. I'm a Coast Guard veteran. I'm a library director. I've been a lot of things in my life. So a lot of those things inform my reading. I'm a big collector of books and someone who loves reading. I love books as an object as well as what that object carries. So that would be the booktube part of me. I'm a father and live in about a mile from a covered bridge and a big old stream in the middle of pretty much nowhere. A lot of trees. Who is your favorite author? That's one of those questions that is so difficult. I have different ones from different time periods. I have different ones from different genres. But I mean, the question deserves an answer, and it matters who I am at the time. I would really probably lean now to be a bit of a battle between Umberto Eco and Roberto Colasso, but I think I'd like Umberto Eco's book collection. That I'd like to have, but I think I would give that favorite author crown to Roberto Colasso. What is your favorite movie? And that would be 84 Charing Cross Road. Anthony Hopkins, Anne Bancroft. Story of a bookseller and a aspiring writer, Helene Hanff. And the story of the bookstore on Charing Cross Road. Many of you will know it. I mean, the books were immensely popular, and there's the tiny little things with the magnificent series of letters. It's post World War II. There's a lot of subtlety in the movie. You know, they'll do a close up of a guy in Navy uniform. Do you know was Helene Hanff's love, and he's gone, probably from the war. And they'll do. And Frank was the bookseller. His wife, Dame Judi Dench. It's a movie with layer upon layer if you watch it closely, and it's about books and the love of books and a transatlantic friendship that would be so different today because of the way technology has changed things. Just a very subtle movie. And my wife, when we first got married, I used to quote this to her. And it's Anthony Hopkins at his best. And he's waiting for Helene to come to England. And I'm not going to give it all away. And there's just this scene where he's reading Yeats. And he's got that look, looking far away inside a tiny room, which is, how do you do that? And he reads this. Had I the heavens embroidered cloths, and wrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths, of night and light and the half-light, I would spread the cloths under your feet. But I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. So that was a bit of Yeats in a movie produced by Mel Brooks, which just blows my mind. But I'm not a movie guy, so. But it was. If you're a book person, 84 Charing Cross Road. So that was my favorite movie. So what is your favorite TV show? And this again changes through time. I was born in the very first years of the 1960s, so Star Trek was huge to me. Later on, Space 1999. I was a Star Trek sci-fi type of guy. I loved the Rat Patrol, Toy Hitch, Tully, that type of thing. I loved the Rifleman with Chuck Connors because his son was named Mark, and that's my name. And it was a good show. I went through a time where I really enjoyed The Big Bang Theory. I think when they lost the tension and everybody started getting married, it maybe became a bit of a parody of itself, but that's okay. It gave me several years of just fun. Wolfowitz with the whole Stephen Hawking thing was very uncomfortable, but it was funny. So I would say my favorite TV show now, I like The Expanse a lot. And I just saw the trailer from Comic-Con of Stranger Things. I liked the first season, but the second season, just the trailer scared me. So we'll see how I do with that. What is your music taste? I'm a classical music fan, a neophyte opera fan, although I've listened to opera for probably 40 years. I love the whole Verdi Wagner thing. I like some of the earlier stuff. John Elliott Gardner, some of the Bach and Monteverdi, and so I like classical. What is your favorite sport? Hands down, bar nothing, baseball. Now, I live in New England with a massive history with the Boston Red Sox, but New England Patriots and football sort of dominate here a little bit. Not totally. But through my whole life, I've been a Red Sox fan. And my father was a Red Sox fan, and my grandfather was a Red Sox fan, and my grandfather was a Red Sox fan, I think pretty close to when the Red Sox started, 1901, I think his father was. So all the generations, have been to so many games. The Hall of Fame catcher, Carlton Fisk, knew my family. I went down to a minor league game, sat in the dugout with him in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, probably would have had to have been in the late 60s, early 70s. He came up in 72. So there's a big baseball connection with my family. My father was a fanatical Red Sox fan. And my children all were already indoctrinated, so there's no doubt it would be baseball in this household. And baseball is one of those sports, and there are others. I think fishing, we don't hear about that much, that has a great literature. There's a pastoral sense to the game that allows for really excellent writing. And I always think fishing was another one that you don't hear about much, but some excellent writers. Share your super secret ultimate guilty pleasure, if anything. I've been told that I'll have to move if I tell you. Thank you.